public land quota hunt here in Kentucky. And we take part in this every year. I've never filled a tag in it, but I think this is our 4th season, and I've yet to take an animal off of this public land quota hunt. But it's been a fiasco this morning. First, I want to, my thoughts and prayers go out to everybody out in Mayfield, Kentucky, up along this area. Had massive storms come through last night, this early this morning. Tornadoes touched down, loss of a lot of lives. So, like I said, thoughts and prayers go out to all the families and everybody that's been impacted by the severe weather here in Kentucky. But Matt and I elected not to come and hunt this morning because of that weather. We were getting kind of the aftermath of it. And so we waited until about 10. And a lot of people didn't. A lot of people got out and fought that weather this morning because we came in and went to several different places that we had picked out and already had people hunting. So we got out in one spot. Matt got set up, but he had a bad wind down this little food plot bottom. Wind was swirling really bad and basically headed back right to where I think the deer were going to come from. I went over to a power line that I thought was cleared out, and it was not. There was nowhere to do a ground setup. So we hiked out of there, came back around here and got set up. And actually, I walked into the first food plot and didn't see no trucks or anything in the parking areas. And there was somebody set up on the ground there. So I backed out and then came on this old logging road. So my setup is to my right, I've got an overgrown old logging road. And then I'm overlooking this creek with this flat bottom and then a heavy, heavy rub line. So I'm right on top of this ridge with this point. About 30 yards from me, there's a massive cedar tree about as big around as my leg, and it's just tore up. It looks fresh. Less than 20 yards this way, I got another good rub. I got a rub right here, 10 yards, and another one out here on this logging road. So this area's got a lot of promise and sign. Heavy trail coming out of that thick bedding area in between me and Matt. And Matt's hunting the food plot about 100 yards from me. So, guys, we're set up. I got some good visibility down through this bottom. And I don't know. Like I said, we've been doing this for 4 years, and I've never punched a tag doing this quota hunt. But I've seen plenty of deer. Just nothing worth hiking out a mile with a deer on a cart. So we're going to set back. I think tomorrow's going to be a lot better day. We're going to get in here real early in the morning, get to that other food plot if we don't have any luck tonight. But either way, guys, stay tuned. It's our last hurrah here in Kentucky, and hopefully we're having some success. Good morning. It's 4 a.m. and much different today, much different conditions. It's 26 degrees here, December 12th. Final day of the last quota hunt on public land here in Kentucky, and last chance to fill that additional buck tag, additional doe tags. So Matt and I are getting an early start so that we can get out to the spots that we want to hunt. Matter of fact, there's Matt now coming down the hill. But hopefully we can get out there and beat the traffic on this public land piece and get our spot. So got the Tinks P Fuser and the buck pucks with me, and a lot of people are like, man, it's not the rut, why would you take that stuff out? Bottom line, these last estrus does, these yearlings are starting to come in heat, and bucks will come check out those scents. So I like to use them, especially this time of year, on a good green food source, and that's what we're doing. We're going to set up on this food plot. Matt's going to cover my rear on the back entrance to that area. So he's got a couple 100 yards in both directions that he can see. I've got the food plot. We just got to get out there and beat the foot traffic. So, guys, continue to tune in. Hopefully I'm bringing you some great action here before too long. Stay tuned.
All right, everybody, happy new year. It is officially 2022. It's July. Jeez, it's felt like July all season. It hasn't been cold at all, but it is January 4th today, and we've kind of taken a little hiatus through the holidays here, done some traveling, so on and so forth. After that last hunt that you all seen, kind of wrap that thing up. Matt and I grinded out for 2 straight days and just didn't have any luck. And it's a hard hunt. I mean, there's a lot of people out there trying to get in the same places, especially this late season, getting on those food plots and so on and so forth. So spent a long time driving around trying to find places to hunt, getting bumped out, bumping other people. It's a show, to say the least. But 4 years out there, we continue to grind it out and continue to put in that time. We just have not punched any tags. So I'm back out here at the drop zone today, and the temperature is finally starting to drop below the 20s, and we're supposed to actually get a little bit of snow tonight. So I've had some luck doing this, especially kind of teeing off the shed season, is putting in these high protein beds. So I take a bunch of alfalfa bales and orchard grass, and then alfalfa pellets along with a bunch of corn, and just really disperse it into more of like a cushy bedding area. And that'll get these deer used to coming into that high protein. And then once the buck's antlers start to come off, they're usually within 100 yards of that area. So we're going to get that all set up today. And then I've got a off-season project that I'm really excited about. And so we're going to be bringing you that as we're getting that done, or as that progresses throughout the off-season here. So let's jump right over and check out what I'm talking about. What you doing there, Matt?
Spreading some alfalfa out. I get this whole thing, operation going.
All right, so as you can see, you got the trailer full of alfalfa bales, and just making it a bed, kind of in this natural bed, make it about a foot and a half thick. And then probably right over here, we'll do a big corn pile, mineral, just everything they need. Get them real comfortable coming in here. And then hopefully those bucks will start getting used to this area and then come in and drop their racks. So you might have to dig through some alfalfa bales though.
You're looking alfalfa bales.
All right, I gotta get back to work. Matt's thinking he has to do it all by himself. Just out here at the house, getting some stuff done. Kind of wanted to introduce you to a couple things I didn't get to do during the season, but want to introduce you to Deer 30's hunting rig. Guys, I just got so tired of taking the 1-ton, one as my everyday driver, but 2, taking out to the farm, some of the places that I go, just really beating it up, and that's not what I wanted to use it for. But most importantly is, if something happens to the 1-ton, the 42 footer here is out of commission too. So I wanted an everyday driver, but most importantly, I wanted something that I could just jump in and go hunt and not worry about tearing things up. Not so heavy. Some of the places that I get, this 1-ton is just so heavy that it sinks down in the ground. So I've got a 2015 GMC Canyon. I actually got it for a steal, especially for what prices are going for right now. But did some work to it. Lifted it up 4 inches, so it's got the 4-inch rough country lift, fuel wheels, Nitto tires, 33s. Got the bully bar in the front from Rough Country. Got the 30-inch rounded LED Black Series lights from Rough Country. It's got the rock rail bar step side. So yeah, got a nice little tonneau cover on it. But it's just my everyday driver. You can jump in it, go to work, have a good time, go hunting. It's light enough that it gets in and out of the fields, as you saw in the recovery from my deer here. But still slowly doing some work to that. And I was thinking, man, it's a great little truck to kind of start making into like an overland vehicle. And I thought about putting some racks on here and the pop-up tent and all that. And I'm like, man, that's just a lot of work, and I don't know how much I'm really going to use it. And so my biggest frustration has been all the different hunting scenarios that I hunt in throughout the season, and having to constantly load the truck up, reload the truck, or take stuff out, put stuff in, just based on where I'm going, and then being limited on where I could go with the 1-ton. So I want to introduce you guys to the field Deer 30 headquarters. It's a little 6x10 Quake by Impact Trailers, and it's just basically a base model trailer. Took me forever to find the 6x12. I said 6x10. It is a 6x12, and it took me forever to find this model. Finally got one, so had a little drive to go get it. But we just brought it home about a week ago, and I'm getting ready to do a bunch of work to it. So one of my favorite YouTube channels is Big Truck Big RV, and he did something very similar. It was a 6x10 trailer, and a lot of the stuff that he did in his videos, I'm taking that and putting it into mine. So we've already ordered the flooring, the X-Track from E-Trailer, and then doing some painting today. But it's getting cold. It's like 35 degrees. So I got a little setup in here so I can work while it's cold out. But guys, it's kind of going to be a little part of the off-season series here, is getting my new little 6x12 impact trailer here all ready to go for the 2022 hunting season. So come on, let's check it out. All right, so I'm up in the little camper, and as you can tell, I mean, it's perfect. I'm not the tallest individual in the world, about 5'8", but I still have plenty of room to get in here, plenty of headspace. And yeah, I mean, this is the answer to all my hunting problems. Literally, this is going to be base camp for Deer 30 Outdoors while we're in the field. And another big, huge shout out to JD over Big Truck Big RV. If you haven't gotten a chance, guys, get over there and check out his channel. Been very influential in making sure that I'm making the right decisions on the things that I've done to my camper, especially when it comes to safety. He was very influential in switching to the Reese Goose Box, which I absolutely love. Made a world of difference, but the biggest thing is that the bed space. You know, these fifth wheel hitches are huge, they're heavy, so it's not like I can just rip it out. I mean, the thing weighs over 200 pounds. I couldn't just get it in and out to give myself bed space or additional bed space when I was hunting during hunting season. So for a lot of different reasons, I decided to get my little hunting rig and everyday driver with the Canyon, and then build this. And JD did one of these on his channel too. One of the very first things that he did on his little 6x10 trailer was that he painted these walls. And look, this is just press board. So by painting it, one, it looks good, but two, gives it a little bit longer shelf life. It's going to give it a little bit more rigidity and hold up to the wear and tear better. So decided to go with a slate gray. Yes, JD, thanks for that idea too. I think it looks great with the black trailer. So I've got the first coat, and you can just see that board is just soaking that up, even though I have a massive primer in there in the paint already. But it's 35, 36 degrees outside. I don't have power to this trailer yet, so I've got power cord running in with a work light and a small little heater to allow this paint to set properly and give me some better working conditions. So we're gonna get this thing painted, and then I've got the rubber floor, diamond plate rubber floor to go in here. We're gonna trim it out. And again, I don't wanna take anything away from JD's video because I'm basically mimicking everything he did. I mean, I was so impressed with the outcome of the interior of his trailer. So I'm going to follow his lead on a lot of the stuff that he did, but I really like the flooring. That'll keep this off the anything off of this press board. Allow it to stay nice for years to come. One thing that this trailer doesn't have, it literally just has this one layer of press board between me and the ground. And then under JD's trailer, it already had a nice base coat underneath there. This does not. This is exposed wood underneath. So I actually got roll-on truck bed liner, I'll show you later, that we're gonna do. Once it warms back up a little bit, we're gonna get that coated underneath there too. Also, got the Fort Knox locks. I mean, I don't wanna say I'm a super fan of Big Truck, Big RV or anything, but if that guy tells me to do something and his reviews are where they're at, I take his word for it. So I also went with the Fort Knox lock for the front of this trailer. I've got it off right now because I am hooked to the truck to give me a little bit of more stabilization. And then I've just got a bunch of stuff that I ordered for this thing. Got the X-Track coming in from E-Trailer, which is an awesome tracking system. I've got the base plates to go all underneath so it doesn't pull through the floor. I've got the back jack stands coming So yeah, we're just gonna make this thing really self-sufficient. We're going to add battery power and solar to it here before too long, but this is my winter project. So guys, I gotta get the painting. This particle board is literally just soaking that paint right up. I did this one the other day and you can see, I mean, it definitely needs a second coat. So we're gonna get the painting, let this thing dry, and then I'm still waiting for my 3M spray to put that mat down. But yeah, it's all gonna start coming together. Keep hanging in there.